brought to you by Penguin.
The Book of Secrets by Tom Harper. Read by Francis Greenslade.
For Owen, Art and Adventure. Chapter 1. Oberwinter, Germany. Thick snow covered the village that morning. A cold silence gripped the streets. The cars parked opposite the hotel were shrouded with frost, except one, where a gloved hand had scraped a rough circle clear on the driver's window. Behind the black glass, the red eye of a cigarette blinked and glowed. A young woman came round the corner and hurried up the hotel steps. She was dressed as if for a run, a hooded sweatshirt and jogging trousers, running shoes, a woolen hat, and a small rucksack on her back. But it was not a morning for running, and no footprints had left the hotel since the overnight snow. She let herself in the front door and disappeared. The cigarette in the car glowed faster, then went out. Gillian reached the top of the hotel stairs, tiptoed across the landing, and slipped into her room. A dirty half-light seeped through the curtains, making the shabby room look even shabbier. It stank of nicotine, in the thin mattress and untouched sheets, the heavily varnished furniture, the threadbare rugs slung over the floorboards. The black laptop on the dresser was the only sign of change in the last 30 years. Gillian pulled off the hat and shook out her raven-black hair. She glimpsed herself in the mirror and felt a faint pang of surprise. The new hair colour still didn't feel right. If she couldn't recognise herself, perhaps others wouldn't either. She unzipped her top and stripped it off. Mud streaked her pale arms. Her fingers were cracked and bloody from climbing in the dark, but she hardly noticed. She'd found what she'd gone for. She crossed to the computer, flipped up the lid and turned it on. Down on the street, a car door slammed. As the machine clicked into life, something gave inside Gillian. The adrenaline drained away. She was exhausted and shivering with cold. Too tired to wait for the computer, she went to the bathroom and undressed, peeling the damp fabric away from her skin. She left the clothes in a heap on the floor and stepped into the shower. The old hotel might lack some comforts, but at least the plumbing worked. The hot water blasted her face, slicking her hair flat against her scalp. The sharp droplets pricked warmth back into her skin. Her muscles began to relax. She closed her eyes. In the dark space that opened, she saw the castle on the cliff, the icy rock face and the tiny crevice, the terror in her throat as she pushed against the ancient door. Her eyes snapped open. Over the white noise of steam and water, she'd heard a sound from the bedroom. It might have been nothing. The hotel had its share of creaks and bumps, but the last 3 weeks had taught Gillian new fears. She left the water running and stepped out of the shower, wrapping herself in a skimpy hotel towel. Wet footprints pooled on the floorboards as she tiptoed through to the bedroom. There was no one there. The laptop sat on the dresser between the 2 windows, chattering away to itself. The sound came again. A knock at the door. She didn't move. "Fraulein! Telephone!" It was a man's voice, not the hotel owner's. Gillian looked at the door. She'd forgotten to attach the safety chain. Did she dare slip it on now, or would that only alert him to her presence? She grabbed the hooded top from the bed and zipped it over her breasts, then pulled on a pair of pyjama bottoms from under the pillow. That made her feel less vulnerable. "Fraulein!" The voice was harsh, impatient. Or was that just her imagination? No. In horror, she saw the door handle start to turn. "I'm here," she called, trying not to sound frightened. "Who is it?"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?